Hello, Taurus. Okay, I'm doing things a bit of a different way today. I've pulled the cards already. I've kind of gone through them. You're just going to have to trust me that this is how they came out. I went through 9 decks. If you're interested in knowing what those decks are, right at the end of the video, I'm going to add a little clip just kind of going through all the different decks. So you can just go and have a look at that if you particularly wanted to get one. I don't know. But yeah, I went through all the decks, whatever cards came out, I put them all together, I reshuffled them together and then laid them out, and that's how I've got this spread for you. The little notes are intuitive things that were coming through as I was kind of doing it and going through it and processing it. So I've kind of read the meaning of some of the cards. What I'm going to go through is kind of an overview, and then if you're short on time today and you need to run, that's fine. But after the overview, I'm going to go through and kind of read the descriptions of the different cards if you wanted a kind of deeper dive into that. So what I've got for you, Taurus, today is there's a lot of earth energy. So this could be work, money, finances. I'm getting through inheritance possibly. I'm getting through a lot of stuff about parenting. So either your parents or your children, could be both. Something about claiming independence over here, taking your power back. Yeah, making your dreams a reality. It's looking pretty good. All the earth signs are showing up for you. So the first deck that I used was the Good Tarot. So this card, this card, this card, and this card. With basically, you were the first card to come out when I started to ask for your energy. King of Earth, Taurus card, you came out. Next up we had, I think it was the Hermit card, which is Virgo energy. And then we've got Capricorn here with the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So all 3 earth signs came out immediately. So I think you're trying to be very grounded at this time, very practical, very earthy. I think you're taking the steps to make your wishes come true. I think you're doing the things that need to be done. I think you're being very, very pragmatic about things. You seem very stable. You seem to have a plan. You're looking good, Taurus, is what I want to say. Now, this card was particularly speaking to me when I first pulled the cards out, and it's very interesting that it should have been the first card to come back out when I reshuffled. So as I say, pulled all the cards, whichever cards came out of the respective deck, reshuffled, and this is how they came out. So this card in particular was speaking to me because over here, the underlying of this deck, now if I just bring it forward so you can see it a bit more clearly, it's clarity, mountain. Number 16 breaks down to a 7, so we've definitely got something about destiny happening here. You can see here we've got destiny here. Yeah, a few different things was coming through with destiny. I can't quite remember where else I was picking it up from now, but definitely this feeling of it feels like divine purpose. It feels like it could be like literally dreams that you used to have as a child, or a childhood dream, like revisiting childhood dreams as an adult. I want to say you've got a lot of, I kind of mentioned that you've got all 3 earth signs here. Capricorn coming through strongly to the point that even before I started my reading, I just had this urge to go and get coffee. Now this is a Capricorn thing, coffee with Cappy. And I didn't. I was like, no, I don't really want a coffee right now. I just want to drink my water. I want to get on with the reading. But then I ended up making, helping my daughter make some egg sandwiches, and now I've got a coffee. So like I say, Capricorn energy coming in here. Maybe you're sitting down having a talk or a discussion with a Capricorn. It feels like a team meeting kind of energy. You've also got Aries and Cancer coming through here. Now I did see with this Queen of Earth energy, this Queen of Pentacles, they were kind of overlying a different image on top of the card for me. I was seeing a different image with this card from a different deck. Now I wasn't using this deck, it's the Tarot del Nuit, but every time I looked at that Queen of Pentacles, they were showing me this. Now there's something strong with keys in your reading. The motif of keys and lotus flowers keeps on coming through, to the point even like it's on the back of this deck here, the Fairy Oracle, keys and lotus flowers. Your reading ends with the lotus flower is what I want to say. Now keys. It came through. So as I say, this card was, I think, in Cancer's reading, the last Cancer reading I did. So you may want to go back and look at that. There was this kind of gatekeeper energy. Scorpio also had this kind of gatekeeper energy. And then I'm getting Libra as well because of the keys. Because Libra was the first sign to get this key business coming through. So I don't know if you want to, I don't know if there's a lot of people getting together, like a group meeting, to discuss something, or if it's like, I don't know, there's just like some people are the gatekeepers and some people are trying to unlock things, is how it's coming through. I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. That's what I mean though, there's a lot of energy in here, there's a lot of different people in here. You may also have like Aries in here. I'm seeing a bit of a tie-in with Aries' reading that I've literally just done. So yesterday's reading when this goes up. Yeah, there's too many people. So maybe you need to do this, maybe I need to do this. It's like, it's always like push all those opinions away, push people back, draw boundaries. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do because it's my life. Something like that coming through there. Right, if I can try and focus here. So you can see on these two cards, now it's funny that they've come out right next to each other at the start of your reading. You've got this Protect Your Dreams card. So Clarity Mountain, the bigger picture, being high up. Protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams. They are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. I feel like literally, because she looks like she's sleeping there, right? It's like, I'm getting that some of you, because you've got this divination card as well. Excuse me, so sorry. I feel like some of you, like here as well, power, and it's like she's opening a portal. Do you see this? It's like you perhaps your third eye, your crown chakra is opening up. Perhaps you're able to tap into, you know, seeing your destiny. Perhaps you can, you know, tell the future a little bit, or open portals of the mind, or get a higher perspective in terms of like going from the 3D to the 5D. So I feel like literally some of you get communication through dreams. Now, a funny thing, it sometimes happens to me where I'll dream of a person, then like they'll ring me, or I'll see them, or this week I had a dream about somebody, and then and I was like, why am I dreaming of that person? And then a new person started in work with the same name. And I was like, that's interesting. So they were giving me not the person, they were giving me the name. But the way they gave me the name was through this person. And then I've met someone new with the same name. So it's something about that. Watch your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, especially metaphorically. Now, as I say, this card was really looking at me because the underlying of this deck was this Orca card. And you can see the similarity of the two poses, right? So again, she's dressed in white. There's this thing about, you know, the dreams used to come to you. This is like the dreams, right? Coming to you when you were sleeping as a child, but now you've grown up and you've got a bigger perspective on them, a bigger perspective on your childhood dreams. But it seems like because underneath that card was this purpose card, the shark card. Now, the sharks aren't bad. The meaning of this shark is like self-empowerment, almost, a sense of purpose. So it's like your destiny, your purpose, the reason why you're here, comes to you in dreams, is the way that I'm kind of reading that. Purpose, songlines as well talk about, you know, the threads of destiny to me. So, okay, I promise I will make it through this reading, Taurus. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. So, what have I got here? My notes for Clarity Mountain. Something you've been dreaming of since you were a child. Your purpose has been coming to you in your dreams. Then I got the lightning seeds, which also again came through for Capricorn. Don't sell the dreams you should be keeping. Pure and simple every time. Yeah, pure, the lightning seeds. So particularly the line that was playing in my head, it's from "And I love you," because I think there's a connection here, which I'll get to in a minute. I love you. Lying there smiling in the dark. It's like what she's doing. It's like lying there smiling in the dark, shooting stars around your heart. Dreams come bouncing in your head, pure and simple every time. Lift me up to oceans. I only just got that. Look, lift me up to oceans new, smiling at the sight of you. I'll sing a softer tune, pure and simple over you. Oh, it's such a lovely song. So I feel like it could be a dream of like something you want to do. For a lot of you, I think it's a dream of a certain person. I feel like you're connecting on the 5D with somebody. Could be talking 1111 here because this is the 11 card. Now, the meaning of this card is actually, the story of it is I can never pronounce his name. He came across Diana bathing, or Artemis bathing. He went and bragged to his friends in some of the anecdotes about what he'd seen. He offended the goddess. In some of the versions, like Ovid's version, simply looking at her was offensive to her. She turned him into a stag. He was a hunter. His own hunting dogs tore him apart. So something here possibly about if you sleep with someone, don't go bragging about it to your mates, you know, be respectful. Could be something like that coming through. But for most of you, I think what it is, rather than it being about the story, I'm seeing, because if you look here now, oh, too much. So you've literally got the deer here with the big antler. This talks about emperor energy to me. If you know the emperor card in the tarot, it's the king of kings, or he's basically somebody who's had so much life experience. They've learned all the lessons. They've become all 4 kings of the tarot, which means they've got a huge amount of self-control. You know, they've grown up a lot, very mature, and now they have the enough authority, enough life experience, enough power to take the lead in their own life and control situations. So sometimes it can talk about CEO energy, or it could be a father. And it's also the divine masculine card. In the reverse, it's not so great. In the upright, brilliant card. The Emperor is definitely a card that you want in your reading. You don't have it here, but I feel like it's being represented by this deer. So again, this portal, this energy opening up, but you can see she's also got antlers. So there's masculine and feminine energy here with this deer card, and it's the 11, which talks about 2, right? 2 people coming together. So could be somebody visiting you in your dreams. Now, again, with the antlers, you have the Queen of Earth and the King of Earth here. Now, this is the King and Queen of Pentacles. They are a match in the tarot. Normally, this can be business partners. It can be husband and wife, father and mother. They're a couple in the tarot, and they're from the same deck as well, which means that these 2 are definitely a pair. Now, they've also realigned themselves. They came out all from the same deck at first. It's all been shuffled. You can see that they actually separated here. I kind of pulled the deck like this. And they've come back into alignment. So there's something to do with coming into alignment with another person. Now, if it's not another person, you're just balancing out your masculine and feminine side within yourself, your yin and your yang, right? Coming into alignment. If you've always been very, very masculine, typically, you know, we're talking about stereotypes here, so please do excuse me, especially if you identify as non-binary. I'm just trying to explain the reading. I believe in gender fluidity, so I'll just sort of clarify that. It's like, completely lost my train of thought now. So it could just be you looking at a different part of yourself, looking at things from a different point of view. So if you've always been perhaps in a very masculine industry, which I know came through in your last reading, you're perhaps bringing more women into the workforce, trying to see things from their perspective, trying to be open and understanding, creating that safe space, listening, truly listening as well, not just giving the appearance of listening. Or it's vice versa. You know, you've always been very feminine, very nurturing, very giving, very supportive, and now you're stepping up and taking the lead. It feels like it could be that way around, just because you end up with this very strong independent energy at the end of the reading. So boundaries. Now, boundaries actually came out in the reverse. So I feel like it could be a dropping of the boundaries between these 2 energies. I feel like if you've been kept apart from somebody, that is wrapping up now and ending. I feel like there could be something where there's an agreement between you where you it's playing out differently for different people. So if this is somebody that you're connecting with, especially on the 3D, like, you know your destiny is with this person, whether it's marriage or whether it's I need to work with this person, I need to build something with this person. Like, it's like you and this person are on parallel lines, and it could be that you've been kept apart for a reason. Perhaps you've been learning lessons, but I feel like you're coming into alignment now. It could be something to do with, if this is your parents, it could be that you're establishing boundaries with your parents. You're saying, look, I'm going to live my life the way I want to live it. I respect your opinion. I love your advice. I know that you want what's best for me, but I have to go out and live my life my way. My life is not your life, you know? It could be something like that. It could be, I love it when you come around, but you need to ring me first and let me know you're coming. You can't just show up, because I may have other people around. I may be busy. It's inconvenient for me to just drop everything when you just suddenly decide to show up. So ring me and make sure I'm free first. So boundaries, okay? Now, as soon as I started doing your reading, Taurus, as soon as I started tuning into your energy, I felt sick, like sick to my stomach and dizzy, right? Like I was going to pass out. So I don't know if you're very anxious and nervous about something, especially if you have to stand up to somebody. It could also be like husband and wife, right? This is how it's going. You know, you know, maybe you've been falling out, and maybe you need to be like, right, what do you want? What do I want? We're going to get some kind of agreement, whatever that form is. But again, she's coming through this gatekeeper energy with this key, right? And there's a gate behind her. So whatever that is. But with this sickness and dizziness, before I even pulled any cards, right, I got the song Dizzy. It's originally by Tommy Rowe. The version in my head was the Vic Reeves version, but it's from 1969, which I got quite excited about because I think it's funny. It's like the best year, right? If you're gonna be music from the 60s, at least be out in 1969. So Lovesick, some of you, it's Lovesick, you know, this person, when I think of them, I feel, you know, if I think I have to talk to them, I get really dizzy. But I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning like a whirlpool, it never ends, and it's you, girl, making it spin. You're making me dizzy. So somebody making your head spin, you're making somebody else's head spin. It's leading to a bit of a pinnacle here, like a high point, right in the center of your reading. The middle card. Now, the corner cards and the middle cards are kind of the most important cards for me in the reading. So this clarity, this receiving, yeah, it's just like getting clarity when you see things from a high perspective, getting messages through your dreams, taking back your power, you know, like taking control of your own life, standing up to bullies is something coming through, establishing boundaries, and then over here, I'll get to those corner points in a moment, but here with poised, it's right at the center of your reading. It's like you're ready for something. It's like, I'm born for this kind of energy. And she's looking up at destiny. This is my destiny. I'm ready for this. I've been waiting for this. Now's my chance. Peaks of joy. It feels like a high point in your reading. 33. Watch out for number patterns. You've got 11 and 33 here. Yeah, it's like I was made for this. I was born for this. I'm ready. Let's kick it off. So for some of you, you're standing up to somebody. So it's like you have something right here. It's like you have a dream, you have something you want to do. Perhaps you have parents or bosses who disagree with it, who act as a kind of blockage. I think you're saying, I'm doing it. You know, we can work this out. We can get some kind of an agreement, but I've got my heart set on this. I'm doing it, right? You do it. It's your destiny, it's time, brilliant, have a great time. It's like maybe you've been working on something privately and then it's like you go public, is the way that that's coming through. But you need to kind of have a discussion about it here. It's like, yeah, it's like secret dreams reveal. Then you go into sort of like a soul searching energy. So whatever this is, it kind of takes you into this, you're unlocking something. Now, it could be that you're unlocking kind of your spiritual gifts here. You get the go-ahead to use them, something like that. Embrace the powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity, right? All at the top of the reading, clarity. You've got the overview of your situation. Because you're going to do some soul searching, you're going to go within, you're going to take some time to yourself, you're going to sleep, you're going to dream, you're going to ruminate on things, you're going to relax, that portal's going to open, you're going to see clearly. unfinished business, unfinished symphony. It came through differently in Aries as reading. For you, it's coming through as unfinished business. You need to wrap something up. You need to tie up some loose ends. You are kind of going single on something. Now, this could be independent in terms of business. It could be that you are drawing boundaries with parents, you know, getting independence from parents, getting independence from a husband or wife, independent from work. But you've got the Hermit card and the Nine of Earth, which are both solo energy. So I don't think, for those of you where this is your person, it's not like, oh, it didn't work out. It's more like, that was brilliant, but now we both have to go our separate ways for a while. I need to go and tie up loose ends. I need to we need to go and work on things separately again. So it's like a coming together and a healthy coming apart, right? Because it's the Nine of Earth. It's like you've got everything you need to stand on your own 2 feet. So it could be that, I don't know. I'll leave that there. It doesn't feel bad. There's nothing here that's like, that didn't work out, I'm so sad. It's, we have an understanding that we've got to go and tie up loose ends, is how it's coming through. Now, with this card here, here's the keys again, you see. For some of you, there's something about property. It could be something to do with grapes and vineyards. I got that a while back, and I was getting my son grapes before. So the key there, the key to a property, the keys here, which key is going to unlock that door. So for some of you, I've got threshold. The word threshold was coming through. I think it was on the underline of one of these decks. Let me just have a quick look. The initiation. Here again with the portal, look. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Again, could be marriage with the King and Queen of Pentacles in some sort of way, involved somehow. Buying a new property, crossing the threshold, right? Threshold, inherited property, getting the keys. Fitting the lock, key to your inheritance under lock and key. You might be keeping something under lock and key, you know, great success with doing this, but we've got to go, it's like we've got to do it on our own for a while, something like that. Under lock and key, key to your inheritance. So it's something that needs to be unlocked. You need to find the right key. Again, you could be working with a Libra. Libra was looking for the right key as well. Unfinished business, tying something up. That's kind of all I had for that. It could be like returning to something you wanted to do as a child. Perhaps you wanted to be a musician. You got really into like your career. Now it's time to like go back to writing music. You know, you wanted to write a book. You got busy running a house. Now you want to write your book again. It's like that kind of energy. Maybe you need to like take some time off work to, you know, an extended vacation to go and write a book, something like that, you know. You just need to lock yourself away from the world to work on something here. Trusting your destiny, trusting your intuition. What have I got here? Finding your power, refinding your power. Sorry, they corrected me. Refinding your power, claiming your independence here with the Nine of Earth. So yeah, lost and found, finding your independence, finding that you can stand on your own 2 feet, finding that you're not reliant on other people. This card here, lost and found. What was lost is about to be found thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized we were lost. It flipped out and landed like square on my phone. So some of you have lost a phone. Some of you might lose your phone, so take extra care with your phone. There could be something about your key, like your key on your phone, right? Your chip, your PIN number on your phone. Protect your phone. If you've got secrets, if you've got stuff on your phone that you don't want other people to see, take steps to make that secure. Encryption, I'm hearing encryption. It could be, you know, that you, for some of you, what they were kind of showing me was that, say you have inherited a property, or it's like a family member's old phone. It's like you've been trying to get into the phone. So like perhaps somebody's lost an older family member, a father or mother possibly. If so, I'm so sorry. But you know, you've got their old phone and you want to know what's on it, and you're trying to get into their old phone. You want to know the code. So you're trying like all the different things that, you know, it might be, you know, like, oh, maybe they did this, or maybe it was that. It's like, I think you're going to get the key to unlock this old phone. It could be your own old phone, right? Also unlocking your dreams though. You're refinding your own dreams. You're unlocking your own dreams. Protect your dreams phone with the key. And then flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. So we're ending with that lotus flower again. You know, the imagery of the keys and the lotus flower, it keeps coming out. So you're going to find something you've lost. It's to do with your independence in some way, and you're going to flourish. You know, the Nine of Earth, it's somebody who's doing really well on their own. You know, this person's flourishing and thriving, 30, flirty and thriving, you know. So yeah, you're going to a good place here. Lily pads, Lily could be a name. She's literally holding that lotus flower in her hand in place of the key. So Taurus, that's what I've got for you. Let me just have a bit of this coffee. That was my knee on the drawer if you heard that noise. It wasn't anything else. Right, I think I've explained fairly well. Let's dive into some of the descriptions from the creators of the deck. So if that's it, if you're like, I've got what I need from this reading, you want to head out, totally respect that. Thank you so much for sticking around. And do share with Taurus friends or even any of the other signs that popped up in this reading if you think it's worth them hearing it. But again, protect your dreams, keep them close to your heart, because this card says share them with the people that you know you can depend on. Don't share them if you're not sure, kind of thing. There's a lot of trust your gut energy here. So do take care if you're heading out. For those of you who want to stick around a bit longer and dive a little bit deeper, here we go. The Mountain, clarity. There is an advantage to looking at things from a higher perspective. You are too close to something to see it properly and clearly. Take the high road. Look at the big picture. Are you making too big a deal out of something? So that's this card. Then we have, if I can find the book, Protect Your Dreams. Oh no, I don't think I need to read this whole book for you. I'll read a bit of it. Allow your dreams to have strong foundations before revealing them to the world at large, because that's the reveal there, you see. While they're still growing and still tender, it's important to cherish and protect them. It would be wise not to reveal your dreams to anyone unless you fully trust them to hold your dreams dear and keep them safe as you do. And you're under no obligation to reveal your deepest wishes and dreams, even to those closest to you, until the time is right. We have the right to protect our heartfelt dreams and wishes, but do so with positivity, trust, and love. And it says you can ask the fairies to add an extra layer of protection to your dreams if you want to. So for some of you, it's something to do with children as well. Again, there was this thing about childhood and parents, and here there's this new beginning card with this little baby on it. So the fairy godmother heralds a joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So that's something, again, your ideas as you nurture them as you would a baby. Keep them close to your heart, protect them, love them, whatever your dreams are. Maybe your dream is to have a baby, right? Maybe that's what this is about. The Power and the Deer card. So again, I'm just going to kind of briefly read this one, if I can find the book. Where is it gone? Hello. The book's run off. There it is. Okay, Deer, Power. I want money, power, glory. That's a Lana Del Rey song, and it always strikes me. She's got a Taurus placement. And I always think that's her Taurus placement talking. You are enough, you are worthy. Ethics are a part of building genuine personal power. Stand strong in the face of bullies, against some of you standing up to parents or bosses, and hold your boundaries tenaciously. Boundaries, hold your boundaries tenaciously. Be proud of what you have achieved, but humble in your outlook. Okay, Queen and King of Earth, just to briefly describe them, the Queen of Earth is somebody who is normally very good at their career. Normally is somebody who has a bit of a plan about where they're going, what they want to do. They tend to be very nurturing, very practical, really hands-on and down to earth. They get things done. They normally take very good care of their surroundings. You know, they've probably got quite a nice house, not necessarily expensive, but they take good care of things. They're a nurturer, a sustainer, a supportive energy. Really nice card in the upright on their own, the Queen of Earth. As I say, this comes through as a bit of a gatekeeper though today, so just be wary of that. Could be Capricorn, doesn't have to be. King of Earth, that is your energy. It's Taurian energy, but it could also mean it's a boss, a father figure. It's somebody, these people as well, they can also represent people who can give you financial help or material help, or you can learn some kind of skill from that. You know, that hands-on energy, practical energy. Give you practical advice, give you advice about investments. The King of Earth, very mature, very stable, very dependable, a bit slow moving, but in it for the long run. Yeah, very, very dependable, very, again, this kind of like nurturing energy. They tend to be a little bit more practical in the way that they show love. You know, they might show you that they love you by fixing that puncture on your bike, or they might show you they love you by making you your sandwiches when you're going to work. Yeah, they tend to be quite practical, you know, by giving you money even. It might be like the kind of father who doesn't say much, but he sends you, you know, make sure that you've got a regular bit of money getting dropped into your bank account, so you've got money for food. You know, if you're away at college, it's that kind of energy. It's like, what can I give you? What do you need? And kind of like practical sense. Destiny. Okay, they're giving me a song. It's funny because it's coming through as destiny, and that's not the word. But then it's, I'm not half the man I used to be. Oh, I believe in yesterday. That's really funny. That's the Beatles, because that Dizzy song, I always think that's the Beatles, and I always have to go and look it up. I don't know why I think it's a Beatles song. Dizzy, my head is spinning. It's got the same kind of vibe. So it's funny I was getting the Beatles here, and then you've got a Beatles song there. So what was it again? Yesterday. I need to write that down. Let me find a scrap of paper and write it down somewhere. Yesterday. The Beatles. Is it with an E or an A? Beatles. Okay. They're still playing it in my head. I don't know if that's significant to you somehow. But they're saying it's instead of yesterday, it's destiny. I don't know if somebody sang the wrong words. But it's really funny because that came through a long time ago. It's one of those songs that wake me up in the middle of the night. And it was like destiny, and then there was some other random stuff, and I never found out what song it was, but it's coming through the same kind of thing. So I don't know, I feel like there's a message for me in there somehow. It is your life, your journey, your path. You walk it your way. Taurus. What did I say? Like, this is so key to the center of your reading. Protect your dreams, draw clear boundaries, stand up to bullies. You're doing it your way. Now they're giving me, what's with all these old crooners? Now they're giving me, I did it my way, and now the end is near. I love a bit of Sinatra. And so I face the final curtain. Sinatra. Yeah, someone's dealing with a parent, I think. You know, I don't know, maybe you're an older person. Hi. But yeah, I think somebody's dealing with a parent. Probably, maybe, because we're getting kind of like quite old songs through, like mid-century 60s songs. Is it Sinatra? It's not Elvis. Did Elvis sing that? I'm not sure. Right, destiny. I'm so distracted. Every time I say it, it's like, destiny, I'm not half the man I used to be. It's really weird. Right. Destiny is a mighty dragon of great authority. I want to read that again though, that little blurb. It's your life, your journey, your path. You walk it your way. Nine of Pentacles, Taurus. Your Nine of Pentacles in this. Destiny is a mighty dragon of great authority. She has no time for fluffiness, ego, or human dramas, as she puts it. She and her kind have been hidden in the depths of the earth for eons, waiting for us to be ready to take our power back and stand in our individual and collective might. She wants to galvanize us into into action so that we stand strong against adversity and, if necessary, fly in the face of authority to challenge systems that are no longer fit for purpose. She says, if you want change, you need to be that change, not wait for others to do it for yourself. For you, sorry. You do not, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to tell you what they're giving me because that's why I'm getting so distracted. I am watching a TV show called Glow, and I don't want to give too much away, but as briefly as possible without spoiling it for everybody. If you know the show, you'll kind of know where I'm getting up to. If not, maybe you could go and watch it and you'll see what I mean. There's two characters who get married. It's not too big of a spoiler, I'm not telling you who it is. And one of their parents comes to see them. Just give them, all right, cool. Sorry, my daughter just let me know. Yeah, two people getting married, and there's an episode when one of the parents comes to see them. And that's all I'm saying. But if you know that program, or perhaps you want to look it up, that episode could be something, I don't know, they're giving it me, so whatever that means to you. She says, if you want change, you need to be that change, not wait for others to do it for you. You do not need their permission to live your life your way, nor can they absolve you from any responsibility. It is your life, your journey, your path, you walk it your way. Light and fluffy will not create lasting changes on your planet. Have you ever tried moving a large, square, flat-bottomed stone uphill? It's impossible. As humans, you need to come together and work in union, not isolation, but you're going into isolation, which is, interesting. Take responsibility for who you are, hold the vision of what you wish to create, and work together with others. So you are being independent, but you're being told to work together with others. So there's something in there for you to figure out. We are facing periods of change and at times adversity. We, as people of Earth, can only achieve a more secure future if we come together and work for the good of all. We can be the change. The time for division has passed. It's time for us to unite, collaborate, and work in unison. Unison is what's the word? Union for like retail workers in the UK. So it could be something to do that for you about unions. Poised, ready. I'm hearing ready to take the lead. And something about the spotlight as well was coming through there. I didn't quite get it. Like something in the spotlight. I'm not quite getting what they're saying. Being ready, bringing something to light. Bringing something to light. I feel like you're revealing something. It's like you're stepping out onto the stage. You had the dream. You worked on it. Maybe got investments. This could be investments. I want investments, but I'm running the company. It's my show. Something like that. Being at your best and confidence. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need. Your skills are sharp. Of course they are. You're an earth sign. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. And then you have the peak, right? The peak of joy. Now do be aware that when you have a peak, there's a natural ebb after it. When you get to the top of the mountain, you have to go down the mountain. So if you have a moment of like feeling at your best, sense of purpose, look how the head is raised in all of these as well. You're going to have a peak. So when that lull comes, that's natural. It's okay. Going into it in looking at it as, remember the good stuff and be like, work towards the next peak. Don't be like, oh, it's all downhill from here. Because there is a bit of that here where it's like, do you ever like go out and you have a big party or a big night out and it's amazing, but the next day you've got this kind of like, not even like an actual hangover, but like a dip in mood. It feels like you're going into like the dip after the peak. So be aware that that's normal. We can't be at the peak all the time, and just wait for the next peak, right? Use it as a time to relax, to do the soul searching, to tie up loose ends. Okay, it's there to serve you because this is the peak. And like I say, you'll go up and down. Life is a roller coaster if you want to see that. So there'll be more peaks. Wait for the next peak. Plan for the next peak. Use that downtime to serve you, which you're doing because you're going into the hermit mode, which is like soul searching. So peaks of joy. Your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. So like confidence, joy, destiny, it's brilliant. The middle of this spread is so good. Joy is yours today. No matter what your inquiry, you will be happy with the results. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement and you've worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically, destiny, arranged to bring you to the next level of your life. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart and remember to share your happiness. Joy is contagious. But then you go in. Then you go inwards. It's like you're meant to. Divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. So where's that book? Because it's like you're giving a gift. It's like for some of you, you're literally unlocking like psychic powers. You're like, right, there's this new thing that I'm doing. Could be like 3D as well, like not 3D, but like virtual reality. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially, I've read that about 5 times. The fairy wants to remind you that you can use divination to help you through challenging circumstances. Your energy is strong at this time and you have the ability to see things that others may not. Perhaps someone close to you would benefit from your spiritual gifts. Perhaps someone you know could sparkle and shine. See how it ties in? Everything can be used for divination purposes. These cards, crystals, a crystal ball, the flames in the fire, a star in the night sky, water. In fact, anything that opens a psychic doorway can be used and will enable you to see backwards and forwards in time. Divination also brings you fully into the present moment. It's not about fortune telling for thrills. This is the key point, and again, it ties into that TV show I was talking about. It's not about fortune telling for thrills, although future truths can be revealed. It's more about working with the divine powers to reveal what will help towards spiritual progression for yourself and others. So there's something about the purpose. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Are you doing it for good reasons? Divination is a serious spiritual practice and isn't something to be dabbled with for amusement. You may experience visions or come to know things that need to be handled delicately and with empathy when sharing with others. If you feel confident, you could give readings to friends and family. You may feel drawn to do this professionally too. If it feels right, seek the guidance of someone who's been working with divination for a while and whom you respect. You can use your divination alongside other spiritual techniques. Now, just to explain sort of my point of view, I figured out that this was something that was happening. I don't think it's me so much as to me. So for some reason, like something's speaking through me, right? I'm an oracle. I'm an oracle. You said that so casually. I don't know why it's happening. It just started happening and now it's the thing I do. The reason why I do it, the reason why I'm doing the YouTube videos is mainly because I think it's helping through people, because I'm getting the messages. They're not always messages for me, the messages for other people, and I want to get them out there. I want the person who the message is for to hear the message. So that's why I like to do general readings, because for me, personal readings, I don't necessarily want to know everybody's personal situation. It's a bit intrusive, especially if I've not been asked. But if I do a general reading, they give me the message, I give you the message. If it's your message, then it's your message. If not, it's somebody else's message, So I am just opening up the channel. I'm just letting the messages come through to whoever needs to hear them. I'm letting them speak. I'm letting you hear. So I hope that it's helping people. People tell me it's helping. Sometimes messages come through that I don't fully understand or I worry about. And I trust that I'm not meant to stick my oar in, I'm meant to just let it flow. I'm just meant to get it through. So my intention is because I want these messages to be able to get to who they need to get to, and I truly believe that they help people. That's it. That's the reason why I do this. And if down the road one day my channel starts to do very well and I make money from it, then that is like icing on the cake for me. It's an added bonus. Currently, I don't make any money from it. It actually takes up quite a lot of my time. But it feels like my destiny. It feels like what I should be doing right now, So that's why I'm doing it. That's why I don't worry about how many views I get on the videos. That's why I don't particularly push the channel massively. It's just, it's out there. It will find, the message will find who it's meant to find. So there you go. If you were asking about my intentions, there you are. Tying up loose ends. So yeah, going into unfinished symphony here. Where are we? Yeah, sometimes I worry because sometimes things come through and I think I know what that is. I think I know. Or it's like, even I'll say something, I think, oh my God, that's going to be interpreted potentially badly, or that could potentially, people could think badly of me because of that message that's coming through. They could think it's about me, or it could be, I don't know. Sometimes I really, really worry about it. It always turns out fine, and I should learn to trust my guides more, that it needs to be said. So, I don't know, let's just go. Unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. It's time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and the mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you can move forwards, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practice the radical acceptance. Radical acceptance. Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You can't move forwards if you're leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. Here's the high note. You want to end it on a high note, right? And then you're going to be more independent in some way, shape or form. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be single. It just means that you've got your own autonomy in a situation. Lost and found. Oh, my stool cracked. I hope it doesn't break. It's a nice little sturdy stool. It's really handy. What was lost is about to be found. I might move this closer to you. Oh, it's got a cat on it. Oh, right. The lost and found fairy collects lost treasures and keeps them for a rainy day. Again, be careful with your phone. Don't lose your phone. Revealing them when they're needed most. She is attracted to shiny things and often keeps company with magpies and crows. But that's really funny. My son came in this morning. Or was it last night? I don't know. You know, when you're asleep and you don't really know what time it is. And he came in and he said, there's 2 birds on the window. They're like talking to me. He said the 2 black, you know, the black and white ones, so magpies. So 2 magpies on his window. Again with the 2. She's attracted to shiny things and often keeps company with magpies and crows, for they too have a keen eye for things that sparkle. Perhaps someone you know could sparkle and shine. If you see these birds, this fairy is probably nearby. If you've misplaced something, even materially or spiritually, call on this helpful fairy to find it. She will often leave little hints, tips and clues. She may remind you to be practical. For example, if you've lost your keys, right? Retrace your last steps in your mind. Where were you when you last saw them? This fairy opens, it's like, you know, it's like somebody's got a property, they've not been to it for a while, they don't know where the keys are. It could even be like a shed, or it's like somebody's phone, you can't remember how to unlock your phone. This fairy often appears in autumn and winter time. We're going into autumn, right? In autumn, animals often bury food, ready to sustain themselves during the cold, I'm getting larder now, the colder months. And seeing them do this could be a sign to stash away the things that will sustain you too during this period. This could be material things such as food and money. Remember, she's a very, very practical fairy. What was I saying about the King and Queen of Pentacles? Or you might want to stash away treasured memories inside your heart and tap into them whenever you need a spiritual boost. The Lost and Found fairy also reminds us that it's okay to lose things. Perhaps you never really needed them anyway, or their time and purpose has been served. It's no use crying over spilt milk, could also be the message she brings. Let it go, get a cloth and clean it up, and then go and get some more milk. Ideally, vegan nut milk if you really need it. Like, genuinely, it says that. It has got like milk powder in this. It's like a sachet coffee, but I drink soya milk or almond milk or coconut milk. Not oat milk though, I don't like oat milk. So I don't know, it's just funny it said that. Right, flourish. Here we go, Lotus Fairy then. So we've got the key, we've got the Lotus Fairy. From dirty mud, beautiful flowers emerge. We can liken mud to the trials of life, to the things that have hurt us, but also ultimately shaped us and helped us to grow into the people we are today. From pain comes growth, and this growth can inspire others who are also going through similar discomfort. The Lotus Flower Fairy comes to say that you have a wealth of experience that can be used to help others. When we learn from the past and from painful experiences, we can truly and fully flourish into beautiful beings who shine from the inside. You could sparkle and shine, right? You're a beautiful flower, born of the lessons of the past. If you're going through a tough time right now, this fairy reminds you that you're receiving life's spiritual ingredients with which to grow and flourish. This card also tells you that a lotus flower and a rose can't be compared, for every flower is unique and beautiful. And the same goes for us humans. We each have special talents and skills, and no one can be as good at being you as you are. The fairies know this all too well. So celebrate the wonderful person you've become and continue to flourish, precious one. So Taurus, you're just finding your own. You're finding yourself, right? You're refinding your independence. You're reclaiming your own power. You're not comparing yourself to others, drawing clear boundaries, poised and ready to follow your destiny, put your dreams into action, follow the new, soul searching, unlocking new gifts, unlocking new skills, tying up loose ends. It all looks really, really, really good. So well done, Taurus. Round of applause, right? And I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Do hang on if you want to know the decks I've used. I've got a little thing I'm going to pin on at the end there. And if not, Taurus, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Hi there, thank you for watching my video. If you're interested in the decks that I've been using in this set of readings, you can find them all displayed below. So if you want to buy any of those, I buy all my decks from Amazon. I'm not affiliated, I don't get any money from sponsoring this. I just know that sometimes some of you are quite curious, and this was the easiest way for me to do it. So yeah, there you go. The Good Tarot, all these are by Colette Baron Reid. The Good Tarot, Spirit Animal Oracle, Wisdom of the Oracle, Enchanted Map. Then we've got these two by Stacey DeMarco and Kinga Brishji. I love the artwork on these two decks. Divine Animals Oracle and Elemental Oracle. Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. Dragon Path by Caroline Mitchell, and Karen Kay, Oracle of the Fairies. So there you go. Do have a nice day. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment if anything particularly resonated, and stealth watchers are always welcome too. Do take care, have a great day, and bye bye.